And you know what? Give me one second. Let's just finish.
Here with Stoughton baseball coach Mike Armour. Coach, exciting time of the year. Obviously, it's pretty tough with the conditions, weather conditions, playing in a gym. Just talk about the difficulties of sort of playing, getting ready for a season when you don't have access to a field, really.
Well, I mean, fortunately, we're used to it because it seems like every year. I think maybe 5 or 6 years ago we got outside, and otherwise we've been in the gym. So every team's in the same boat. We try to make the best of it. We go into a facility, trying to simulate it. We got in the parking lot. I think last Friday. That's been our only time outside. We just try to make the best of it. The kids have been great. You try to, everybody's a little pent up and wants to get outside. So you try to do the best you can in the amount of time you have to get ready to play when you do get on the field.
Obviously, it's going to be tough replacing the likes of Conley, Sullivan, and Hutchinson. Just talk about the challenges your team faces and sort of trying to replicate what those guys meant to the team.
Well, I think the example they set and the success they had, us winning the league the last 2 years. I think in addition to that, the JV and freshman teams last year both won 14 to 15 games apiece. So, I mean, these kids are accustomed to winning, which is great. So we obviously have a lot of big shoes to fill. But at the same time, we're excited at the opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of these younger guys to kind of jump into the fire and see what we're made of. So, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a learning curve along the way, but I'm excited.
Do you sort of find yourself adjusting how you're going to be able to coach? Being that last year, you kind of had a couple of senior leaders.
Absolutely. And I think when you have the experience, you can kind of let the guys just go up to the plate and hit the baseball. Because we had some big boys who could hit it pretty far. So I think this year, we still have Evan returning, a catcher, Ruben at shortstop. But a lot of young guys. So whether, a little more small ball, if we have to, execute the hit and run, bunt and run, things of that nature. Absolutely. So I think you do absolutely cater to the lineup and the capabilities of the team.
So offensively, you're looking for more manufacturing runs rather than...
That's the plan. And if the boys start hitting the ball, we'll go back to last year's form. But I think the kids are great. We pride ourselves on, the kid executes a bunt in a big situation, gets a hit and run down. That's big time, and I think winning teams do that stuff. So we're hoping we can stop them.
Two guys to look out for this year for you. Obviously, Ruben Gonzalez. He was one of the top players in the Hockomock League last year. Sort of a catalyst at the top of the order. And then also Evan. Is it Evan Gibb?
Evan Gibb.
Evan Gibb.
No, I mean Ruben. I think tied for the league lead in hits in the Hockomock. Very highly respected by coaches in the league. Plays. He's very fluid in the field defensively. Great kid. And he's a threat when he gets on the bases. He's got a high baseball IQ. He knows how to run the bases. Pretty much makes the pitcher's life not too enjoyable when he's on the base paths, which is great for us. And then Evan, as far as just defensively, he's a rock behind the dish for us. He's got a strong arm. We try to negate the running game. You see base runner Susan out there. He's good at picking them off and got a lot of pop in the bat as well. So we're looking for those two guys. Really, two guys come with that to kind of show the younger guys how we do things.
How many players you have this year that were on last year's team?
Three returns, and one's overcoming a shoulder injury, and he'll probably be ready to play around May.
And last year, you guys made it to the tournament. It was a tough 9-inning game against, I think it was Milford.
Yeah, it was tough. We had, we put ourselves in a good spot, and unfortunately, it's bound to happen. And we were really, we had high aspirations for last year, so to lose that first game, it stung. But at the same time, didn't take away from the season we had. And the Hockomock League is a great league. Definitely privileged to play in it. So winning the league the last 2 years, huge achievement for us. So it didn't take away from that. And that senior class last year left some big shoes to fill. They were a special group. So.
When you say you won the Hockomock the last 2 years, is it all together, the Kelly Rex and the...
No, it's a Davenport. So we won, there's a Davenport champ and a Kelly Rex champ.
So you were
we won the Davenport. We're in the small. Okay. Yep.
And then for those three guys that were on last year's team, do you sort of feel as though the tournament experience last year should help them this year if they make the tournament?
100%. And I think just, like I said, we've been winning more games than we've been losing. for a while, it seems like. So these kids who are here are used to winning baseball games. So you hope that pays off. In terms of the culture. So when you're in that tight game in the late innings, these kids rise up to the occasion and make that big play instead of doing the opposite.
And then Sullivan was one of your major pitchers last year?
Hutch.
Hutch was.
I think Hutch was voted the top pitcher in the Hawk last year. He's right over there. He's helping out coach this year. Sully was fantastic. But, right down the board, Jack Con. There were a ton of guys last year. We lost 10 seniors last year. So we're looking for, Will Eckhart, Zach Paquette, a couple juniors. Have the early lead on the pitching staff. But, it's going to be new look nights this year.
Anything else you like to add, Coach?
Looking forward to getting on the field.
Thanks.